one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter!
They give it to Jameer. Big hole. There he goes down to the 20-yard line. Angling to the 15. Gone, baby! 5! End zone! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
K to the basket. Hooks on the run. He hits it. Pistons are back up.
Pass over the line. Here's Kane on a change. He scores! He caught the Flyers changing. Patrick Kane with a shot inside the left goal post.
It's Williams in motion. Low snap. Melrose stopped! Michigan makes a stand and comes up with a milestone playoff victory.
Welcome to the Sports Kid Podcast. Here's your host, the Sports Kid.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm the Sports Kid, and this is my dad, and we're here to bring you the latest on Detroit sports and more.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, Emery.
What's up? Another Monday, another podcast.
That is right. Happy to be back in the studio. Some good stuff to talk about this week, I think.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, lots going on.
Lots going on. Hey, let me 1 second. Got to get this set up. Got talking.
Hey, guys.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. So much to do when we get into the studio. So many buttons to press, things to click.
Yeah, if we didn't do this, we would have just talked through the whole podcast, and like all you people on Spotify would not have been able to watch us.
Yeah, I forgot. One key factor here was to record. We stripped down the audio and actually record it in the background, and I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
But actually, I did remember to do it.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes into the show. So we are back live. Emery, what do you got for us today?
So as always, every single week, we've got a great show for you today. And we're going to be talking about the Four Nations Face-Off Championship and my predictions on that. The Michigan and Michigan State basketball game. And the Pistons and Red Wings playoff push. But first, as always, recent scores and updates. So sadly, Michigan lost to Michigan State.
We need a womp, womp, womp. Here we go. Hold on. Sorry to the MSU fans out there, but
Where are they? Golden for Michigan, he scored 21 points and had 5 rebounds, and Danny Wolf had 11 points and 7 rebounds. They now have a record of 20-6, and in the Big Ten they are 12-3, and they are now ranked 15 in the nation, which is still pretty good. Seeming there's a lot of colleges and stuff.
They're really good.
It's decent for Michigan.
To be top 20, that's good.
If they would have beat Michigan State though, they would have been top 10, which would have been even better.
Yeah.
But let's continue. Yesterday, the Detroit Red Wings beat the Anaheim Ducks 4-5 in overtime in a very close game. Patrick Kane had 2 goals and 1 assist, and Marco Kasper had 1 goal and 1 assist. They now have a record of 29-22-6. So
They're doing pretty good, but or we're going to talk a little bit
Yeah.
more about them later, right?
so we'll save that. But and last but not least, for our recent scores and updates, yesterday the Detroit Pistons beat the Atlanta Hawks 148 to 143. There was 291 points scored combined.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was that an overtime game or no?
It actually was not. That was all
Regulation?
Yeah, regulation. 148. Actually, I don't know. It didn't say that it was overtime, so
Well, we can look into that in a little bit. That's pretty high scoring, but in today's NBA, I mean, that's kind of
yeah, normal now. Like when I was going through it, like the NBA, like everyone's scoring over 112 pretty much.
yeah, that's crazy.
Cade Cunningham had 38 points and 12 assists. Malik Beasley had 24 points and 7 assists, and they now have a record of 31 and 26. And I forget what they were ranked, but like
Yeah. I think we should talk about that more in a little bit too.
Okay, so now that that's over, let's get back to our regular routine, kind of ripping packs.
Ripping packs. We have not ripped any packs since the Super Bowl.
Yeah, since the week before the Super Bowl, we chose to pre-select our packs.
Yeah, Emery wanted to pre-select some packs. So did you end up getting me some?
Yeah, they're over there.
All right, so he picked these out already. What do you got?
I have 1991 Topps baseball and a stick of bubble gum.
Are you going to choose to chew the bubble gum live?
I will, because the last time that we opened packs, I was sick, so I didn't want to eat it. But I'm better now.
We ripped a pack. What I can't remember now. What it was from early '90s, whatever.
Yeah,
But that did still have a piece of gum in it, and I did chew it live on the air
I would
a
have.
few weeks ago.
I would have,
It
but I was sick.
tasted like cardboard.
Yep.
But all right, what are we starting with?
I'm starting with Pro Set 1990 football.
All right, I'm going with action-packed 1990 football. Once again, ripping packs live. This
It's
portion
sponsored by T-Shafe.
sponsored by the Schaefer team. Thank you. We are still ripping some vintage wax brought to us by the Schaefer team. These are, if you can hear them, these cards have been stuck together since 1990. And they are, man, they're tight. They're cool. These are very shiny gold. Look at that.
Yep, those are probably our favorites that we've opened because we pulled the Barry Sanders out of them.
Yeah, Tim Spencer, Rich Camarillo, Johnny Hector, Carl Banks, Farrell Edmonds, and Willie Anderson.
I didn't get anyone good.
Yeah, nothing too big in that pack. All right, let's go to the next. This is 1990, the official NFL card, NFL Pro Set, all new Series 2.
All new from 30 years ago.
One NFL collectible, it says in here.
I'm almost positive that says Looney Tunes or something.
That
Yeah.
it does.
This is baseball, I think, though. But who knows what will be in this pack?
Yeah, this could be something very good.
We could have Bugs Bunny.
You could win a trip to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, you could win a trip to Pro Bowl in Hawaii, 1990.
You know who played in that Pro Bowl?
Actually, 91. No, I don't. Who was
Barry
it?
Sanders.
Was Barry Sanders in it?
What?
I believe you.
Oh my gosh, these cards are sweet. I got a Wile Coyote on the pitching mound. You can probably bear. Oh, the glare is.
You can kind of see it there. That's sweet.
Yeah. Get the pennies. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the top loaders. Get the penny sleeves. Call PSA. Yeah, I've got a bunch of nobody here so far. Rodney Peete, Detroit Lion quarterback, number 9. Rodney Peete, one of the best quarterbacks we've ever had.
And that's the sad part.
Attempts 195, completions 103, percentage 52. 5 touchdowns this guy threw 1989. Good job, Rodney Pete. How many games was that?
I don't know. They probably lost every one of them.
Yeah, it does not say, but yeah, not 5 touchdowns and 5 touchdowns, 9 interceptions for Rodney Pete. What a man.
What a record. Let's give a round of applause to Rodney Pete.
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
Okay, so I just want to show you guys what these cards actually are. It's like a comic or something, like literally of the Looney Tunes playing baseball. Oh, and they're double-sided? What? Yeah, I don't really know.
We do get a Terry Bradshaw MVP Super Bowl 14.
Look at that. That's like sweet.
That is really
Like
sweet. Are these
sticker?
stickers? Yeah, that's a sticker.
Come on.
Yeah, 3D.
Yeah.
Wow, that is really cool. I like that card. Who else? Anybody else cool? Is it all like literally Looney Tunes?
It's literally Looney Tunes. Like I literally got Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig.
Hey, those could be worth some money. You never know. All right, nobody else really in that pack.
Now we're moving on to the good stuff.
Yeah, I've got a 1990 traded baseball cards featuring promising rookies,
Promising.
players who changed teams, and new managers.
Guys, hold on. At the end of the pack, we have a special.
Yeah, stay tuned. Emery will be eating a piece of 30-year-old gum.
Hey, I've done it before.
35-year-old gum here.
I've done it before.
We do have a couple viewers. Our buddy Scott in Florida. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay.
And my mother from Oxford. Mom,
Come on.
love you.
Come on. We want tigers.
Bunch of nobodies here.
Tigers.
Bunch of nobodies.
Come on, give me a tiger.
Nobody that I know of, anyway.
Give me a tiger. Yeah, I don't know anything.
But I am not good with names, so it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, nobody.
Yep, I don't have anyone.
Bunch of nobodies. Other big hit. Are we going to review the big hits? Rodney Pete, who threw for 5 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That one's going in the PC. And the Wile E. Coyote holographic sticker. Very cool. All right. Thanks again, Steve Schaaf. All right. Yeah. All right. For the moment that you all have been waiting for, Emery is going to choose. So when was that from? 1990?
Yeah, something like that.
35-year-old bubblegum. Get it right in the mic. We need to hear the crunch. There's the break. There's another break.
Just like it was in the 90s.
The flavor might last as long as it did. What are you thinking? Kind of
I can taste it.
chunky? Tastes like chalk?
No, not really.
He's actually enjoying it.
Listen. My mom was in the comments as well. His mom. He gave us an entire box of these baseball cards. Every single pack that had bubblegum in it, we ate.
Yeah, we ate. We did eat all of the gum. And I think it was from the 90s. Was that baseball or?
Yeah, it was 1990 baseball.
1990 baseball. We ate all of it. Let me rip through these real quick. See if I recognize any names. Emery's actually enjoying this. When I chewed the gum a couple weeks ago, I spit it all out. But
I'm built different, though.
you are. We do have a Ruben Sierra. You guys might remember that name. With the Royals. And yep, that's pretty much it. Do not swallow the gum. That's one thing. Did you swallow it?
No, I didn't swallow it. I definitely swallowed it.
Okay. Well, we will let you know if Emery is out of commission tomorrow after chewing the gum.
I'll be fine.
This Ruben Sierra card. So Scott asked, Yankees or Texas? This is with the Rangers.
I'll be fine, guys.
That
God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. So I'll be.
So my mom says that gum wasn't good when it was fresh. That is probably true. All right, so ripping packs. We're done with that today. Stay tuned. We will have more to come.
That's not
Try to make it into the regular
Is
rotation.
that a sticker?
That's the
I
sticker.
don't know.
Do not use the sticker. All right, we are entering into a portion of this show that I thought about the other day. I'm like, you know what? We haven't actually talked a whole lot about ourselves or with Emery, and we had our guest on last week, Zach. We plan on having more guests on in the future.
We'll probably have him back.
Scott says we can toss that card out. Yeah. Scott, real quick, we have a hard time throwing our cards out, and we have thousands of them, base cards and stuff. I don't know what to do with them, and I don't really want to throw them away.
Yeah, it just feels wasteful to kind of throw them away, but it's like they're not really ever going to be worth something.
Yeah, most of them are not even worth a penny. So, but yeah, so we're going to have some more guests on this show, and we thought, okay, next time we have guests on, we need to have some questions for them when we introduce them. And so I kind of came up with some questions. I'm going to run through these with Emery, and then I will follow up with if you want to know my answer, I'll answer.
Okay.
But this is a little portion we're going to call Meet the Hosts. So get to know us a little bit more and get to know Emery a little bit more specifically. And then we will be kind of reusing these questions in the future when we have guests on. They're just some cool questions. So the first question, what is your favorite Detroit sports team? And this could be professional or college.
The NBA shock. No, I was kidding. Sir, this is my sir, this is my no, I'm just kidding.
That's it. It is your show.
The Detroit Lions
All
are
right.
my favorite Detroit team.
Detroit Lions. That's a good, very solid choice.
But I also like U of M.
Yeah, big U of M football fan, right?
Yeah, we're massive J.J. McCarthy follower. No,
Which, by the way, he is doing a in-person public signing, I think, in a couple weeks. So we might have to look into that.
I had something to say about him, but we'll talk about that a little later. But
Okay.
all
right,
next question.
Do we want to ask why?
Oh,
Why? So he does have his new St. Brown jersey on.
I got this for my birthday. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know why. I feel like they're just more hype than the other teams.
Yeah, NFL football especially is very hype. All right, so next question. Who is your favorite player? Again, this could be professional, be college. And I kind of threw in another question in here of all time.
Oh.
So we could say who's your current.
Oh, current, and then we do, okay.
And then we could do all time.
But it can only be the Detroit Lions or U of M, though, right?
No, it can be anybody.
Oh, okay.
Any team. He's thinking of all the Detroit Shock players of the past.
No, I wasn't even alive. No, I'd probably say Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay.
But
of all time or just current?
This is just current.
Okay.
Either him or Jahmyr Gibbs. But they're like, I liked Jahmyr. Like I kind of liked him. Like my opinion on him grew because Hutch was out, but now that Hutch is back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep.
What is your favorite Detroit sports memory?
Memory? Oh wait, are we not doing of all time then?
Well, do you want to do of all time player?
Sure.
Okay. If it's different, that's fine.
Okay. Scott Mitchell. No, I'm just kidding.
Scott Mitchell.
Yeah. I knew that you were
One of
gonna,
the all-time greats. Rodney Peete, not far behind.
I knew that you're gonna laugh at that. All time, I'm gonna say this just because I can, because he's my favorite player, like of all time, like Detroit or not. Tom Brady, U of M.
Tom Brady. U of M's Tom Brady. So we're
Yep.
getting specific to an era. So not Patriots Tom Brady.
No.
Not Tampa Bay
it's
Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady. So like,
What about Tom Brady celebrating the Super Bowl during the boat parade, tossing the
yeah,
Lombardi trophy?
yeah, he literally threw it off his yacht and threw it on Gronk's yacht or something.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Imagine
So,
it fell.
so you're just saying Tom Brady of all time?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Good choice.
Because he's the GOAT.
He's solid. Fox Sports Tom Brady. He's doing pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed with him. I think he does a good job on there. All right. So that next question, what's your favorite Detroit sports memory?
You don't want to think about this one. Because
You've lived through some exciting Detroit sports moments recently.
We went to the Miguel Cabrera last home run game. I won't say that that's my favorite because it rained and got canceled. So I want to say that's my favorite.
But what was cool about that game, it actually did not get canceled. It got postponed because they had played enough innings. I was worried. I'm like, we just watched Miguel Cabrera's potentially. We just watched his last home run in person.
And then they ended up losing.
Well, that part doesn't matter. But then it rained. It was pouring down rain. And they're like, all right, they called it.
It was crazy. We had to like run out of Comerica and like it felt like Detroit was flooding.
They pulled the tarps out. And I said, I'm like, please don't cancel, because if they considered a cancel.
Oh, the home run wouldn't have counted?
Nothing would have counted. That home run would have never counted. But they postponed it. They made it up the next day. We got refunded for our tickets.
And then we went to U of M game.
Yeah, and then we took that refund and applied it to some U of M tickets.
You know, actually, that's my favorite Detroit sports moment.
Which one?
The U of M game.
So the next question, just so you know, is what's the best event you've ever attended? So the memory could be one that's just that you watched or were a part of.
Oh, just watched. So this is memory. So this is
just memory.
Oh.
You can say that game, but I mean there's been bigger moments. So real quick, our intro that we play, the intro video, we pulled out some cool little bits from the one is the U of M beating Ohio State.
Alabama.
Or was it Alabama?
Yep.
Okay, whatever. You know, Bama State, who knows?
It was,
it was actually Alabama.
It was last year, like the game before the national championship, and then they beat Alabama.
That's right. And another little highlight moment. What's the other audio clip that we have in there?
The Kerry Carpenter one?
Yep.
Yeah. It was like the Kerry Carpenter 3-run home run, and then they won the game.
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
That was a big game.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably up there.
Was that was wild card round, right?
I can't remember. I don't really remember.
I think it was to make it into the playoffs.
Yes. Well, no, it was in the playoffs. I know that. I forget.
You're supposed to be the sports kid with a memory. Yeah. I'm just here.
You're the
pressing buttons.
Yeah. I mean, there was last year, the Wings one-timer off the face-off, and that was good. But
you've seen the Lions go to the playoffs, almost make it to the Super Bowl. You've seen the Wolverines win the Natty. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be peak.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd probably say the Michigan national championship.
Yeah. So then the next question, what's the best event you've ever attended?
The U of M game. Just has to be.
Why?
Because, That was they were playing like Indiana or something. Like last year, they were absolute garbage. There was like
Was that Indiana or Illinois?
one of the two. I don't know. They were both terrible though. There was like one Indiana fan or whatever it was there, and he like just didn't like feel happy like at all. And then it was the weirdest thing. I don't know if you remember it. There was like just some girl walking around with an Ohio State hoodie, and then people like ganged up on her.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
That was a pretty cool game.
Yeah, because I would say that because they beat them 52-10.
Yeah, they smoked them.
Yeah, and because that was the national championship winning game, and we got to like sit like in like the right corner of the touchdown or the end zone or whatever, and we like
I think we're like row 3 or 4, kind of right. Yeah, and they scored a lot of their touchdowns right in our end zone.
Yeah, so that was cool. So yeah, probably that.
All right, last question. What is your favorite sport to play? That's a good question. So thanks, Mel from Tallahassee, tuning in. Great question. Let's get to that one next.
I would wait. So what's my favorite sport that I play?
Well, just to play.
To play? Oh,
So you haven't played a lot of sports.
yeah. Not really.
Why don't you tell them what you've played?
I played kitty kicker soccer.
Kitty kicker soccer, one of the highlights,
No,
most memorable
no.
moments was the kitty kickers. Man, that was
I actually quit.
you
But
did not quit.
yes, I did. I didn't even finish it. Because I was like 6 or something, and everyone else there was like 2 or 3. And I was like a head taller than anyone. And I would just go and like take the ball from them and just score every time.
Yeah, I do kind of remember that.
And then I didn't want to do it because it wasn't fun.
We're like, Emery, calm it down just a little bit. These kids are little. We didn't know. We were just signing you up. You were
Yeah.
in the age group.
It was a big age group.
Yep. Here we go with
This is a reminder.
Alexa's always bugging us. There we go. We
Okay.
need to turn her off.
And then I have played baseball for 3 years. And I played flag football last summer, but my favorite sport to play, I don't know. I'd say I'm probably the best at baseball, but football's more fun to play.
Okay. All right. So then Mel asks, what is Emery's most memorable? We're going to throw that up there. Memorable sports event that he has personally participated in.
Mm.
That's a good question.
I don't know. I mean,
So you've had some good years in baseball. I mean,
so I've gone to like 3 Tigers games like in the past like 2 years. I
well,
went
this is specific to games that you've played, personally participated in.
Oh, I see what she's saying.
You did get a pick 6 in flag football, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a pick 6 and then I graded on the one kid. But personally, probably baseball when we like beat that one team like 24-0 or whatever.
Was that last year?
Yeah, when we were 16-0.
Yeah.
Then we lost.
Then you lost in the championship game. So that was your most
Yeah.
memorable.
No, probably the game. No, most memorable moment was my first game in the playoffs last year. I had a double play and a triple. That was probably my best.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Okay. So now we're going to be asking the co-host questions. What's your favorite Detroit sports team, pro or college?
So it's hard to say.
Guys, he's an MSU fan.
I don't choose favorites, which remember, so I could actually skip out of like most of these questions.
Oh, if you can't pick favorites, then you can't pick your favorite player of all time.
So I'm going to break it up this way a little bit. So growing up, the Red Wings were my favorite team. So watched a lot of hockey, went to a lot of hockey games, collected a lot of Red Wings memorabilia. So growing up, hockey,
Okay, so
the Wings were my favorite.
be specific. What is growing up to you? Like 5 to 15 or like 10 to 15?
From 1995,
Okay, so you were one of the followers of when they got good.
of course.
That's when everyone becomes
Early
a follower.
2000s, I went to the parades, multiple parades and events. And yeah, I mean, I was a big Wings fan. Then kind of,
Then Zetterberg and then Lidstrom and then when Larkin became captain, he stopped watching the window.
no.
Nothing against Larkin. He's good.
I'd say currently, it's hard. I don't know. Again, I'm in a different mindset now, so I don't really choose favorites. But Red
Okay.
Wings.
Okay. Who's your favorite player of all time? So now I'm gonna spice this up. So now favorite player of all time, because the Red Wings are your favorite team, supposedly. Favorite player of all time besides the Wings, and then one that was on the Wings.
All right, so just any player of all time.
Yeah.
Is going to be this guy, Barry Sanders, of course.
Poor decision. No, I'm just kidding.
Favorite player, once again, growing up as a child in the 90s. Always looked up to him as far as football, collected a lot of his stuff, his cards. I actually, fun fact, we have an autographed Barry Sanders football.
That he won. He won it at like a football banquet or something.
One year when I was playing football, won the football. It was we have our football banquets every year. They'd have one big prize that they would throw out. And I never won anything. And I'm just this lowly, little boy sitting there with 100 other kids or whatever, hundreds probably. And the big prize was the Barry Sanders autograph football.
He still has it.
Of course, still have it. Right over there. I was probably like your age, 10 or ish, 11, I don't know. And then they called my name, and I'll never forget. The coach tossed me the football. I'm just kidding, didn't drop it. Caught it, and I was just extremely pumped.
Then they sprinted out of the case. They sprinted out of the place. They went and got a case immediately. No.
Yeah. My mom was there. She'll remember. My dad, if he's watching, he was there. He'll remember. So that Barry Sanders.
Actually,
and then so that was the question that was not on the Wings.
now Wings.
Favorite Red Wings player is very tricky. Growing up, I was a big Fedorov fan.
Yeah, that's probably mine.
So I
just like his name.
have his jersey and that.
Don't you actually have a signed stick?
Yeah, actually, can't see it up there. Have a signed Fedorov stick as well. But after he left, kind of parted ways, not on good terms necessarily. From there, probably, I was a Zetterberg fan as far as leadership goes.
You were a massive Sean Avery fan.
Big Sean Avery fan.
Tell me the story.
No, we'll skip that. We'll save that story for a different day. But then from there, probably, Datsuk. Datsuk was the magician. So
Shocked you didn't say Eiserman, but Eiserman was just the captain.
he was the captain. He was a great leader, but he wasn't my favorite player.
We actually have you guys are probably thinking, what, do you just have like a signed thing for all of your favorite players? We actually have a Pavel Datsuk signed helmet.
Yeah, right there. When was that? It was last summer, I guess.
Yeah.
We went and
It was like a week or so after he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. And because I was a kid, he actually signed Hall of Fame on it.
yeah. So Emery got the autographed helmet, signed by Datsuk. Was really sweet. Got a cool picture of him doing that. But anyway, what's the next question?
What's your this has to be a hard question for you because you've gone to way more sports events than I have. What's your favorite Detroit sports memory? Or not, wait.
That's the memory
Yeah,
one, not the
okay.
in-person one.
You've been alive a lot longer than I have, so there's been a lot more cool things.
So the memory of all time would probably go back to what we were talking about before when the Wings were winning the mid '90s Stanley Cup playoffs and cup wins. So it was just like I said last week, was that the whole state, the whole town, everybody was just so hyped for the Red Wings.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a Red Wings flag flying in front of the house. Somebody actually stole it. Had to chase. I think I don't know if we tracked them down or not, but
Like you probably would have.
Somebody came up onto our deck and stole our flag, but yeah, it was a different story.
I did not know that actually.
Yeah. But yeah, Red Wings, mid '90s playoffs, probably my favorite personal memory. And then we've had some great ones the last few years. But
so I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's cool. The leader of the Detroit sports teams, anyone, the owners, we need to win like a championship or something so I can experience fun things.
You have experienced a lot of...
No, I'm saying like a parade.
Yeah, well, parade for sure.
U of M won, but we didn't go to the parade.
No.
What's the best event you've ever attended? This has to be hard.
Yeah, so this is what you're talking about. It's going to be difficult. I have been very fortunate to attend a lot of sporting events. I've been to a lot of cool sporting events. I'm going to drop a few of them just off the top of my head. One of a very fun one was Michigan State versus Notre Dame. Night game, under the lights. Michigan State pulls off the fake field goal, throws the touchdown to beat Notre Dame. In the end zone, I was with my dad, some of his friends, and the end zone that we were sitting in is where they pulled off that play. Stadium went nuts. My dad was crying. Big Notre Dame slappy.
Was it what was it? Was it like a big game? Or?
It was a big game, yes. Michigan State, Notre Dame under the lights. That was fun. I was at Iserman's jersey retirement night. That one was cool. I've been at...
Oh, so they retired his number?
Yeah, they retired his jersey up in the rafters. And then I've been to Pistons, like I said, Pistons playoffs, championships.
Weren't you in the one that they beat the Lakers?
I was at... I'm pretty sure they beat the Lakers. Got to see Shaq and Kobe. Been to Red Wings games sitting on the glass in the playoffs. Been to Red Wings Stanley Cup games.
He was at the game that Barry Sanders broke the rushing record, the loudest game ever.
But see, that is not necessarily my most memorable game because I don't really have a solid memory of being at that game. But I do still have, they were handing out at that game these little pieces of paper. If you guys have attended sporting events, whatever, they'll hand out different things. You come in and every seat will have something in it. And our seat had a Barry.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
That Barry poster.
He actually still has the tickets,
still have the ticket stubs, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The other real cool, probably the coolest, I will say the coolest event I've ever been to was the Winter Classic, Detroit Red Wings. I think it was against the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Big House. And the stadium was packed, so however many 100,000 people. And it was snowing and we were at center ice, beautiful view of the rink. It's snowing. I mean, it was an awesome hockey game. They lost. I believe they went to I think they went to a shootout and lost in the shootout. But that was the coolest game, being outdoors, hockey, Winter Classic, snowing. Fun fact with that game, forget when that was like 14, 15, something like that. The Red Wings were rebuilding. Okay, that was a rebuilding year for the Wings. They've been rebuilding for the last 10 years.
Okay, we need to hurry this up.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport to play?
My favorite sport to play, again, I don't know, like as a 38-year-old.
Yeah, he would probably say football or baseball just because he could outrun me.
Yeah, I don't know. I like playing all sports. Favorite,
I don't know.
I mean, would probably be football. I like playing hockey still. Don't really get to play a whole lot. Hockey's fun. I don't play enough of it to be like great at it. But I don't know. Football is probably what we play the most.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is
Yeah.
that all the questions?
Uh-huh.
All right. So that was quick intro to
Quick.
We spent a little bit, but
It's fine.
some good questions. We got to know you a little bit more, me a little bit more. But we're going to switch over here real got to do this. Hold on. I got to replay that. Hold on a minute. Here we go. Got to let it run through. Try it again.
Prediction time.
So this is going to roll right into our next topic.
So, as you guys all know, it was the Four Nations face-off. A really, really cool thing that the NHL did. Instead of the All-Star, right? Yeah, instead of the All-Star, they decided to do like a mini Olympic game, kind of, with 4 teams. It was the USA, Canada, Finland, and Sweden. And we made a prediction last week for the championship. Both me and Zach said it would be US and Canada in the championship and that the US would win. And we were wrong. The USA lost to Canada. Then Connor McDavid got MVP. He claims he's the GOAT, but he's not.
It's getting worse.
This guy is the GOAT.
Yes.
That also moves into another one of our topics.
Well, so that it was fun. One of the questions was, should we boo the Canadian national anthem? Quick update. Did Boston boo the Canadian national anthem?
I don't know. You're going to have to tell me. I don't know.
They did. The lady who sung it, there was I was reading a lot of different comments about it. Whether or not, like, she kind of changed the rendition of the song. Like, she sang it weird.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I won't. I'll save the singing for later. But it's like with our national anthem, when people kind of like go rogue with it,
Yeah.
and we don't really like it. It's kind of supposed to kind of fit into a box a little bit.
I feel like country, like older country people are always the best at it.
Yeah, like that. But they're still singing it the same.
Yeah.
I don't know the terms, but she went different with the Canadian national anthem, and it was not good. And the people booed it. So.
They were gonna boo it if it was good or not.
Right.
They were in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they lost.
So, but it was cool. I thought it was a really fun.
Tournament.
It was a fun tournament. Did you like it?
Yeah. I mean, I, not gonna lie, really haven't watched that much hockey in my life. I don't know. It's not as clingy to me.
Clingy.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, as in baseball or football. But it is exciting. It's more exciting than baseball will ever be. Because I like the fight. Yeah, I like the fighting and stuff.
So if they brought fighting to baseball.
People have fought in baseball.
They have fought. You see them rush the mound and
yeah,
dog pile on the mound.
Yeah. Bryce Harper always fights with the ref and then gets thrown out.
Yeah. So, Four Nations hockey.
Yeah.
What I mean, it was cool. It's cool to see Larkin play, right?
Yeah, scored a goal. That was cool. Yeah, that was definitely cool. So just a little thing. So next year in the Winter Olympic Games, their hockey's coming back into it, and that's gonna be happening. But Russia will still not be in it, I don't think. But in 2028, they're doing it again. But they're either having like 8 or 6 teams. Germany is one of them, and Russia, and then there's like Austria or
They got to include Russia, in my opinion.
yeah,
Some of the greats come from Russia.
yeah, like Fedorov.
So we'll come back to hockey, right? Do you want to say anything more about Four Nations?
No, I mean, not really. No.
Okay. What's our next topic?
Michigan State basketball. Our next topic.
So how do you think that game went? First half.
Well, we're Michigan fans, so of course it didn't go good because they lost. But I think Michigan showed that they can kind of. I know they lost, okay, but I think that like they can play against a good team, kind of. Like it's not like they got smoked by them.
I'm gonna change this a little bit. Okay, you might need to slide in a little bit on the camera. There we go.
So I think they lost. So of course that's not really the best. But I feel like they didn't really play terrible though.
The second half
really
was,
good. The first half.
For U of M fans, the second half was not good.
Yeah.
So let's look at some stats here. What do we got? This is just the Big Ten.
Yeah, they're.
Where'd we go? Hold on a second. There we go.
So Michigan State is 22-5. They're 13-3. So they've played more games than U of M has.
Yep.
Yeah.
One more game, I think, right?
Yeah.
27. Yeah. And they have one more conference win.
Yeah.
So do you think, I don't want to get into predictions yet. As the tourney, the big dance comes around here in a couple weeks, we will dive more into it, talk more about it. But
yeah. Are we gonna do a live bracket thing?
I think, yeah.
We'll have to do some more
research.
Yeah. We need to do something cool for it.
Yeah, we could do a live bracket. So let's look at this. So they're playing right now, Michigan versus Nebraska.
How are they? It just started today.
14-11. Yeah, it's still early. Just started. Let's look at this though.
No, Michigan State's.
So I was hearing a lot of people talk about Michigan State's 3-pointers. They were, I think it was 65% from 3 in the second half, something like that. So they were just, Michigan State, I threw out the question on my Facebook. I was more just trying to get things stirred up a little bit. But I said, did Michigan State just expose Michigan? And, people were like, no.
I don't think that they did.
They didn't.
They were a better team.
Well, they came out and they played. They were hitting their threes like crazy. So, and that, again, that is what basketball is. I mean, it's like any sport, but if you're making your baskets, if you're shooting high percentage, you're going to win. But, I mean, you look at this number here. Yeah. So, Sparty scored 41 points in the second half compared to Michigan, 24 points.
That's why they lost.
Yeah. I mean, whoever scores the most points wins.
Yeah. Right? Defense wins championship.
Well, it's hard to defend against threes, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't really block them.
I mean, you can. It's just
You can only.
the game they're playing now is 3-pointers.
Yeah. But I mean, they lost, so that was hard, kind of. But they're still ranked. They're still in the tournament, and I think that's still good.
Yeah, so Michigan State plays Maryland.
And then they play
Wednesday.
Michigan again.
Michigan again. I think this is at the Breslin
Yeah,
to close out the season.
yeah. So that's why Michigan's not going to be.
That's gonna be a must watch TV.
Hold on, Michigan State could lose to Wisconsin. They could lose to Maryland. They could lose to Iowa.
They've got a tough schedule. Let's look at Michigan's schedule. I mean, they're playing. I guess it's similar. They're playing Maryland and Michigan State. So
Yeah.
2 ranked or top 20 teams.
Yeah.
2 unranked, and then who do we got here? We got 3 top 20 teams. So Michigan State kind of has a tougher schedule.
Yeah.
So we will be watching much more closely. I'm throwing out my prediction right now. I've got Bama.
For the tournament?
Yep, Bama is winning the whole thing.
I'm throwing out my prediction right now. Duke's going to win it.
Roll Tide. I'm going to be wearing my Roll Tide shirt.
Actually, quick little thing.
Some people are going to hate me.
We went on a trip this fall. We were just in public, and there was some guy wearing an Alabama shirt, and my dad said, Roll Tide, and then there were other people wearing other sports team, and I said, go say that to them. And he was like, no, I'm not really in the moment with them, or something, he said.
Yeah, so you got to be in the moment. Like you see somebody wearing a Michigan shirt, you're going to say go blue. You see somebody that is wearing a Spartans shirt, you say go blue. But if I see somebody wearing a Bama shirt, I'm going to say Roll Tide.
Yeah.
And it was some dude from Alabama, and he responded back, Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
That was funny.
So we got a tough conference here with Auburn, Florida, and Alabama. Our buddy Zach that was on last week, who's he got?
He has Auburn. And
He's won Auburn, so
I don't know. I don't really know.
we will see what happens. Auburn is number 1 overall right now. You got Duke, Florida, Houston, Tennessee, Alabama 6.
Okay, hold on.
I'm pulling for Bama. Well,
I'm
I mean, really, I want Michigan to win the whole thing,
Yeah, but there's not, though. That's just the thing.
but I think Bama's going to win it.
I'm going to say Duke is going to win because they have Cooper Flag. He's a beast. They beat, so they're they're number 3.
Big. This is big.
They beat Illinois 110-67.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Hold on.
We got to look up real quick.
Wait, did you know that's what their name is?
What?
Fighting Illinois?
The Fighting Illini, yeah.
That's
It's a great name.
it's almost as bad as the Browns.
So I was just pulling up real quick the Pistons. That was a regulation game.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. That was not overtime. I just saw some stat about Cade Cunningham. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I just want to say that real quick. And that's how I'm picking to win the whole thing. So
let's move on. Do we want to talk about Red Wings? Do we want to talk about... I think we talk about the Red Wings.
Yeah.
And some hockey.
They're not really in the good spot, sadly.
So here's my question. Are they in trouble?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get back to this.
Look at all these games.
Let's ask the question. Are the Red Wings in trouble? Playoff trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I say this right now. Even if they make the playoffs, saying it right now, they're not making it past the first round. They're just not.
This is why...
They're just not. How are they 4? there's just no way that they're making it past the first round.
All right. Well, we got to make the playoffs, which I don't know. I'm
Hey,
gonna get back to
they
this.
beat Edmonton.
Edmonton.
No, they beat Edmonton.
All right, let's pull this up again. Let's look at the last couple games. Do you notice something here?
It's called this thing called
See
OT.
this?
Oh, that means
It's a
shootout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they went.
Okay.
So it's there. Here's my concern, and I want to ask you what your thoughts are. Limited hockey knowledge, I understand. Just starting to really get into it. We watched that game yesterday. How many goals did they score in the first period?
So when he says yesterday, he means the Anaheim Ducks versus the Red Wings.
This game, yes.
They were up 3-1 at the end of the first period. 3-1.
They were up 3-0 at one point.
There it is.
So the Red Wings were up 3-0.
At one point.
They scored 2 goals
the entire rest
in
of
a
the
power. In that power play, they had a
Oh yeah, the double power play.
double power play. Scored 2 goals, which is nuts. The double penalty was crazy.
Yeah.
Double tripping. They called two. All my years watching hockey in the past, I'd never seen that where one guy gets tripped, ref puts his hand up. So now they're in, delayed penalty. And then another guy gets tripped. I don't know if the ref put both hands up or what he did, but 2 penalties, 2 tripping. And they scored 2 goals, which is awesome. They made it happen. 3-1.
And then they only scored 2 goals the rest of the game.
What's worse is that they let in 4 goals.
No, what's worse is they only scored 1 game the entire rest of
one goal.
regulation.
Yeah. Well, but in hockey, to score is very difficult.
Yeah.
So to score 1 goal is very difficult. So for them to even put up 4 goals, that's awesome. I mean, so that at the end of the second period, they were up 4-2. I mean, the game was in the bag.
Then they literally let them score 2 goals.
And then they give up 2 goals in the third, go to overtime, and they won in overtime.
Barely.
Well, and a win is a win, but points matter in hockey. So I forget exactly how it works. When you go to overtime, I think you get 1 point, you win, you get another, or something like that. So both teams get points, and then the winner gets an extra point, something like that. So is this concerning?
Yeah.
They did it again the other day.
I'm going to say it right now. Oh, how is the Minnesota Wild good?
I don't know if it was that game or the other day they did this. They've done this a couple times now. Yeah, this game, getting up 3-2, give up 2 goals in the third. Gave up 2 goals in the third. This game, they just gave up, 2 goals in the third. There is a trend here. 2 goals in the third. Man, this is 4 games in a row now. 1 goal in the third. That they only won the whole game, but it was in the third. So the Red Wings have a tough time in the third period.
2 goals in the third.
Oh, that was for the Wings. Yeah. So when it comes to hockey is very emotional, number 1. And
physical.
Very physical, number 2.
The hardest sport.
But when they come out, so they have their intermissions in between the periods, and they come out, and these teams, they play hard. And that's why, these teams don't want to lose. They come out, and if the Wings are slacking a bit in the third, and they've done that now 4 games in a row, they're doing really well. They've got a great record. They've turned this ship around. I believe they are in the number 1 wild card seat. So they're close. That I don't know. Are we going to get disappointed?
No. They're not going to make it past the first round.
So they're going to make the playoffs, you think?
Yep, they're not even going to make it past the first round.
But making the playoffs, they haven't made the playoffs in I forget how many years.
Since Zetterberg.
Since Zetterberg. It's been a long time since the Wings have been in the playoffs. So I think just them making it, this is what I always say. Let's just talk about getting to the first round. It was just like the Lions. Everybody's like, oh, Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. Let's make it to that first playoff game. So the Wings get in that first round. You don't know what's going to happen. Best of 7 series.
Yeah.
They could come in and play. You never know what happens. Could happen.
Yeah, but
As long as they don't get swept.
I hope the Panthers win.
Stop it.
I need to get my hat. I need my Panthers hat.
So Emery made a prediction
way earlier in the season.
before the season started.
I said the Panthers are going to win.
That the Panthers are going to win.
And my dad said if they win, I get a hat. I get a Panthers hat.
They are currently in second in the Atlantic Division.
It's pretty good.
Behind the Maple Leafs of all teams. Talk about teams that have struggled. So, and I am wearing the GOAT.
Wayne Gretzky.
Let's get this back up on the big screen here. Wayne Gretzky, starter jersey from the 90s. This thing is sweet. He is the GOAT of hockey, right?
Yeah.
But
not Sidney Crosby, not.
And I mean, I love my Red Wings, but you gotta respect greatness.
You gotta respect Tom Brady.
So, but here's another cool topic though. Right now is that Alex Ovechkin. They're saying unless something happens that he will pass Wayne Gretzky's all-time
scoring record.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Where is he at right now?
He's 13 away.
So the number that he's trying to get to is
190.
No. 895 goals.
That's career though.
Yeah, of all time. So I saw a stat earlier that he's the only what was it? He scored 200 goals, 200 plus goals in 3 decades.
How long has he been in the league?
He's been playing a long time.
Like 40 years?
Since the 90s.
40 years?
The 90s ain't 40 years away.
It's literally... No, not since the 90s. He's 39.
Hold on a second. Let me find this stat.
He's 30.
Let me find it here. So the 2000s. So he scored, 200 goals or more in 3 different decades. He scored 245 goals in the 2000s, 437 in the 2010s, and now 200 in the 2020s. That's a heck of a stat right there.
Gretzky wasn't even playing when he was playing.
How many years has Ovechkin played? 20 seasons. So the early 2000s, 2005, 2006. So you will witness his history with Ovechkin. Pretty cool. Not a huge fan of I don't have anything against Ovechkin, but type of guy you never want to play against.
Oh, wait, if he keeps playing, he'll play in the USA hockey thing. No, he's retiring this season, isn't he?
He's not from the U.S.
He's Russian. I'm saying if he waits, he'll be in the Russian thing.
Yeah, you said USA. U.S.
No, I was saying he'll be in like the USA Final Four thing or whatever.
He'll be in the Olympics.
Yeah, no,
for Team Russia.
They won't even be in the Olympics.
I don't know. All right, do we want to talk about? So we've talked about the Red Wings.
Yep.
So you're not concerned right now. You think they're going to make the playoffs. You just think they're going to lose in the first round.
Yeah, they're going to sweep.
They've got a handful of games left. Couple weeks.
I'm just saying.
I guess it's April they play till.
Zach that we had on our team is a massive Pistons believer, fan. he was telling me before Christmas, he was saying, when it comes around Christmas time, you're going to be asking for a Cade Cunningham jersey. Is what he was saying. Never did, but still.
So the Pistons are playing right now.
Losing.
Only by 2.
They're 6.
They've been hot. They've been doing good. We're gonna have to talk about them more.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to watch some games.
Yeah.
I did notice at that Wings game. I've been looking for Wings tickets. Almost pulled the trigger, bought some yesterday for that game, but then figured we just had too much going on. But there was a lot of empty seats at that game. Like a lot. It seemed like
Can we go to a Pistons game then?
20%, 25%. I don't know. It seemed like a lot of empty seats. And the Pistons, I'm sure, there's even more empty seats. And you can get upper nosebleed seats for the Wings right now, tickets for like $15 before fees. With fees, it's probably like $40 a ticket. So let's look up Detroit Pistons tickets here real quick. I gotta justify driving down to Detroit.
You can still buy tickets for the game that's going on right
Paying
now.
to park. You can get lower bowl tickets for the Pistons for $40.
I want to go. Dad, you can get courtside for only $700.
Row 20 for $40.
Dad, courtside.
Before fees. So you're probably still like $50-$60.
Dad, can we go courtside?
Upper bowl for $13. These are crazy prices, really. But I think just people can't afford to go. That's a whole other topic we'll talk about some other day. But I mean, again, you got to drive down there. You got the fees on top of the $13. So it's probably closer to $40 a ticket, which isn't terrible. Now you got to pay to park. $20 probably.
Food is.
If you're buying food,
one piece of slice is more than your entire ticket costs.
I think it's $15 for a
yeah.
slice of pizza.
Yeah.
The last time we went.
It's literally at Little Caesars Arena. It's like.
You think
why
they'd
not?
be
There's
giving
like
pizza away?
Yeah.
When we went to that Cabrera game, that last Cabrera home run game, I said, okay, I'll take the family. We bought tickets, blah, 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 splurge a little bit, and we'll get some pretzels and a slice of pizza and a hot dog and a pretzel. I forget how much the hot dog, I think, was like $12 for just a hot dog.
Yeah.
It was a good size hot dog, but for $12.
Okay, moving on to the next topic.
What else do you want to talk about? Yeah, it's expensive.
So we're not really going to talk.
Mel says food, gas, parking, game, tickets, family 5. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
We don't really need to talk about this in depth, but I just kind of want to say it. Massive news for the NBA. Victor Wembanyama has a blood clot in his upper shoulder, and he will be missing the entire rest of the season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's really sad. I mean, I'm not like a huge basketball fan, so I'm not really like a Wembanyama fan, but it's still sad because
How tall is he?
7'5".
Where do you go to college?
Not from the U.S. He's from France.
Is he?
Yeah.
How do you even spell that? Yeah, I did not spell that right. Wembanyama.
Wait, hold on. Did I spell it right?
Did you spell it right?
Oh, I missed one A.
Wemby. Let's look at him.
I don't know if he.
7'3".
That's Wikipedia. That's off.
You're more accurate than Wikipedia. We could submit a change to that. It's 7'4" wiki. So yeah, you were right. He's from France. Good job. I didn't know they grew him that big over there, but apparently.
Did you know that people in China could get 7'9"? No, 7'6".
Yao
Ming.
Yeah, I think he was lab created.
Zach Edey.
Lab created. I saw, so real quick, funny. Zach Edey.
What is he, like 5th Street?
I don't even, how do you spell that? Edey.
No. It's Edey.
Okay, Zach Edey, LeBron James. Let me see if I can find this picture.
What team is he on?
He was covering LeBron,
What team is he on?
and he was hypnotizing him. Let me see if this pulls up. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. It might be a little laggy, so give me just a second.
What team is he even on?
Yeah, it's going to be super laggy, unfortunately, trying to share it.
Don't show a laggy thing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, sorry.
We'll just watch it and you guys can see
We'll
our
watch it and
reaction.
explain what's going on here. Watch this. Look how big Wemby is compared to LeBron, number one.
Edey.
Or sorry, not Wemby. Edey, Zach Edey, forgot. But look at him. He's hypnotized. You guys have to watch this video. He stands in front of LeBron and
He just moves his hands up and down.
looks like a
in front
giant. And he goes like this in front of his face. And LeBron is mesmerized. He's confused.
of- Yeah.
A lot of people are saying he held the ball longer than 5 seconds. Should have been a 5-second violation. But look at this. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
team
Edey is big.
Look it up. What team is he on?
You're supposed to know.
What?
I'm supposed to be asking you.
My dad's a huge Zach Edey fan.
No, I just was hoping that he would win last year, but it turned me.
Just look up Zach Edey team.
LeBron is not the brightest bulb in the closet.
Memphis. I knew that.
That is true. He's playing for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Ja Morant.
Zach Edey, he's cool though. He's a giant, 7 foot something.
Guys, did you know that last year when he was playing for LeBron isn't the brightest bulb in the closet?
I had to throw that up there. That was a good one.
Yeah. Did you know that last year when he's playing for Purdue, he averaged a double-double every game? All season.
No.
That's what he averaged.
No, we knew that. Yeah, it's 40 points. So how many games do you have 40 points?
He averaged 40 points.
Oh, yeah, averaged 40 is crazy. All right, we've been going at this for over an hour. Couple quick things. I forgot to do it at the beginning of the show. Couple updates.
We're now on Twitch,
Yeah, just to remind everybody, where are we streaming?
Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music.
YouTube, Facebook. We're on Twitch as well, streaming there.
So if you have one of those Jeff Bezos talking AI bots, you can say, "Hey, play the Sports Kid podcast," and it will play it now.
Yeah, and she will play it. Emery thought that was really sweet when we did that the other day. But please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, it's greatly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah.
We've had a decent amount of viewers tonight, averaging right around 10 people for the duration
Probably
of
our
this.
most.
Yeah, so we had Dawn on here too. If you're still watching, Dawn, thanks for watching. We had my Aunt Patricia tuning in for a bit. Don't know if she's still on.
Scott.
My mom, Scott, Mel. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate it. There's Dawn. Love you too. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, all of those things.
Yep.
Anything else?
I hope you enjoy this week's show. Tune into next week's show, and please like and subscribe.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your week. Have a blessed week. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Roll the song.
Roll the song. Here we go.
Thanks for tuning in to the Sports Kid Podcast. sure to tune in next week, 7:30 Monday. See ya!